So today's a video kind of day. Total natural, no makeup. I'm just kind of in a lazy mood, and I wanted to share some of my story as a little kid, or maybe more than that. I knew when I agreed to come here on this earth plane that there was a greater reason why I said yes. And I remember I've always never forgotten. I didn't know who Christ was. It wasn't a person to me. It was white energy that just kept talking to me, even though I couldn't talk. It was like telepathy. And it kept pulsing at me. Do you remember your promise? And I'm born now, and I don't even know what my fingers are. Or I always wondered where my voice went because I couldn't talk. And it just touched my heart because now I'm 54. And it was walking through the eye of the needle. It's been difficult in the last 6 months. I mean, it's been a difficult walking anyway. When, you came here to help consciousness. I'm moving, I'm walking around. And you help the consciousness by raising your vibration. You raise everything and everyone around you. And I remember being afraid in my room because I could always see the darkness, and it always, like, I could feel it breathing on me. I could just see those yellow glowing eyes and always freaking out. I was always crawling out of my crib and sleeping in the hallway and trying to sleep with my mom and dad or my brothers, and nobody wanted that. So I spent a lot of my time not sleeping. And Christ would always say to me, just look at me. We know it's there. Just look at me. I tell my parents, there's a devil in my room. There's something bad in my room. They're like, yeah, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Watch my YouTubes. My mom even says, they close my bedroom door and they leave me in there because they didn't have time for this. You see, when I was a young kid, nobody talked about you having a gift. Nobody embraced it. Nobody mastered you in it and said you need a teacher, you need to read some books, or none of that. And all along the way, this Christ light kept showing up. And then it was I was 8 years old when my parents decided we needed a religion, so we went to Catholic church. So I'm looking at the walls in the Catholic church because the Stations of the Cross. And then I see the big cross that's hanging with this guy on it, and I looked, and I was like, that's the guy that talks to me. Like, I didn't even know who he was. I could always see his energy, and now I saw his physical form. I was the kid that when we would go to the public parks and we'd be playing in the pool or swinging on the big swing sets out there, and there's a cemetery out there, and I couldn't go in the cemetery because I already spoke to dead people and that it was too overwhelming for me. So I sat in the oak trees when Christ would show up. And I'm like, Mal is 6 years old and I'm sitting in a tree, and he's like, do you remember your promise? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm 6. And that promise right now seems like really big. I'm trying to make friends here, and I can't even go play with them because I talk to dead people. It was so strange to be brought up kind of like the oddball. the oddball in the family. I had a very big extended family. Like I had a lot of cousins. But they weren't like that either. So it's a gift and a curse at the same time. Because you want to fit in. But you know you can't. To a certain point. Because this mission will always be priority. And the mission is to help heal those that are searching for healing. But constantly work on your inner vessel and your inner light so that you can illuminate, elevate, and just be a light bringer. So, me, I remember when I was married and raising my kids, and some people knew that I had sight, and they would call me up and ask me, "Can you look at my dog? My dog isn't feeling right now." So I'd read them and share, what's going on with the dog and possibly what nutrients the dog needed. So, I hate to say it out loud, but they did at the time call me the neighborhood weirdo. And, again, I'm in a suburbia, trying to fit in, wearing, what did we wear back in those days? Gap, some of those, I can't remember, Old Navy, stuff like that. It just was never my thing. Like, when I was a little kid, I had clogs, bell-bottoms, and peasant tops, and I wore headbands. Back in the days, our headbands were plastic. And you got one that really fit well, and then all of a sudden, snap, it would break, and you're like, dang, because it was like almost impossible to find another one that would really fit you, or it'd take a while. But that was expensive in those days, It could have been a quarter, but it was like $5. So anyway, as a little kid, I was always a reader. As soon as I could hit the doorknob, my mom would say, I think there's a YouTube with her saying that too, is that I was gone all the time. And I was gone because I was doing readings for my neighbors. I'd come in, they'd sit me up on their countertop, or I'd sit on their coffee table and read everything about their house, or read their pictures, or their animals, and then they'd ask me questions, and these were all, most of them were Catholic church ladies. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was talking and sharing what I saw, because honestly, I thought everybody saw like that. You can see what I see. It's almost like that song, The Little Drummer Boy, "Do You See What I See?" So anyway, I was rich in chocolate. Because if I got a nickel in those days, big, giant Hershey bars, were a nickel. I love chocolate. I still do. That hasn't changed. They say chocolate opens the heart. The cacao opens your heart and brings you love. They have cacao ceremonies. They're so beautiful. Chocolate is something you offer to the gods or shamans if you're out on a tribal journey or a hike. They like money too. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me and my walking. And right now, I know a lot of you people are going through stuff that you don't even know what it is. And I'm here for you. If you'd like a session, let me know. Private Facebook me or message me. Yeah, I'm dyslexic too, but what can I say? Back in those days, we didn't call them learning disabilities. You just deal with it. It's all right. This is getting too long. Blessings. Peace in. Peace out. Make it a beautiful day.